Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. I would like to thank everyone that's been watching my videos and those who've been sharing. Keep sharing and keep watching. So again, let's get straight to the point. Today I'll be talking about the differences in dating in Uganda. I'll use Uganda because that's where I grew up. I don't know about the rest, but I've spoken to lots of my, other friends from other African countries, and we have very similar dating experiences. And America is obviously also very different. Again, we are culturally very different. So obviously there's going to be things that are very different. Number one, let me start by asking a question. Do people use Tinder at home? Because things may have changed in the last 4 years. As far as I'm concerned, we do not have dating apps in Uganda. Or do I don't know. If you're Ugandan and you know this, please let me know in the comment section. But as long as I'm concerned, and when I, was still in Uganda, we did not have Tinder, Bumble, none of that stuff. We graphed organically. Like you meet each other in the streets. What are you talking about? Hiding behind apps, telling people, oh yeah, I love nature, I love my dog, I love going for walks. Sure, there's nothing wrong with dating apps, but there's also a lot wrong with dating apps. We'll get to that later. But anyway, my point is, at home, you meet people, outside, you're walking and you're like, oh, that guy is cute, or, I know some men will be in the streets sometimes and they're watching pretty girls go by and commenting and saying hi, whatever. And here you can reject somebody, by swiping left or whatever. At home, reject a man. Let me tell you, this is the scenario in Kampala, right? You're walking by, this guy will be like, oh, I like you so much, I think you're so pretty. If you say, oh, thank you, be like, oh, can I have your number? You'll be like, no, I can't. And the other way you could go is, if he says, oh yes, you're so beautiful, sister, blah blah blah, can I, if you say no, or be rude, as long as you say no to a Ugandan man in the streets, everything he said about you is a lie. He'll be like, at first you're very beautiful, now you're very ugly. At first you are sexy, you have shape. He'll be like, look at you, you walk like a duck, no shape. You're like, Jesus. So these are all things that you hear to your face in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't swiping left, right, which I kind of like. You get to know somebody in person. You see them like on the daily and all that. And, they take their time to like get to know you and all that. And which brings me to the other point, number 2, is that there's my little guest, Ghana. This dog right here. Anyway, over there it's like people have the time. And yeah, clearly people have, because who has the time to be standing in the streets rating girls while they walk by? Ugandan men have the time. They have the time. Here in the US, it's like everyone is on a time constraint. Everyone's trying to rush to their next job. Everybody's trying to rush to do their homework and everything. People don't have moments to be standing by, talking about this, talking about that. Everything is online. Everything is on social media, you know what I'm saying? But at home, people got the damn time. And so it feels like they're patient with you when actually they're just bored. They don't have the time. And like, a Ugandan man, you could say no to him today. This man will not take no for an answer. You could say no for 2 months, no for 1 year. He will not take no for an answer until you give him your number, until he takes you out to eat or something. They do not take no for an answer. Over here, if an American guy says, I like you, can I have your number? And you say no, that's it. That's it. You'll ask the person next to you next, oh, can I have, because honey, it's like they do not have the time. They don't have the patience. to pursue. I don't know, maybe how they do it is different. Maybe after you give them their number so they can text you or whatever. But I'm telling you, a Ugandan man will not take no for an answer. He will chase you, he will do anything. He will buy you chips, he will buy you chicken, he will buy you fried tilapia, anything to get you to give up that number. But over here, there is none of that. Here, people are busy on social media. You meet someone, they're like, oh, can I have your Snapchat? Yeah, sure. Next thing is asking, can you send me a picture of your booty? I'm sorry, what the? Is that how you get to know people? I'm confused. America, is that how you get to know people? Because this stuff, it's not, it's, you know? And so I feel like, you know, we African women are kind of used to that. So we kind of sometimes play the little game. And the guy's like, well, fuck that shit. I ain't got the fucking time. I'm gone. And they go. So it's like, okay. And number 3, kind of like the same point when it comes to like effort. Do you know how many Africans are currently in a toxic relationship? How many Ugandans are currently in a very sticky situation? That's right, plenty. I'm not saying Americans are not in toxic relationships. That's not what I'm saying. But here's the thing, right? As a Ugandan, I have been taught to take heart, endure, you know? And so in a relationship, I give it 110%. We fight, sure. Tomorrow I'ma be back. I'ma cook you a meal, iron your clothes, do whatever. Life goes on. Over here, you make one mistake, one small thing like this. You're not my person. Yeah, I have to choose me. Yeah, I'm sorry, you know. I gotta choose my mental health, baby. You know, this is affecting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to mock anyone. I was just trying to get into an American accent, which is clearly failing. I'm not mocking mental health or anything like that. But all I'm saying is at home, we stick to our guns. You like someone, you stay there. Through thick and thin. Which is not always right. People are staying in very thin situations like this. You hang on by a thread. But sometimes it's also beautiful to just grow a relationship with somebody. These things of, oh, I don't think you're my person anymore. I don't think you're my... What the heck? You know? So I feel like that's the other difference that I've noticed. Over here, people give up so easily. The smallest things. A Ugandan, they'll have the nastiest breakups 2 times, 3 times in a row. Have you heard people saying those ones are broken up so many times they are meant to be? Yeah, that's a thing. Because we stay. We get through it. But an American, they'll be like, oh, there's a reason they're your ex. Okay, I get it. There's pros and cons to everything. But that's kind of like the difference, you know. Where I'm from, we choose each other most of the time. Over here, people are choosing themselves and their mental health. And I'm like, good for you. But, you know, that's another difference that, you know, I noticed. And, you know, just generally, African women, Ugandan girls, are not that easy. You have to put in the coin, the money, the food, the time. And over here, people do not have that. So it becomes like a very tricky situation navigating, dating, you know, at home versus dating over here, because it's like we just cannot understand each other because of the cultural difference. And so sometimes you're like, okay, I'll just stick to my own because it's hard out here. It's very difficult. It's very sticky. But anyway, those are some of... I don't want to keep talking forever. I don't want to make my videos too long and what. But there's other differences, you know, but those are like the main things for me that I've noticed. And so if there's other things that you know of that you've noticed out here that's very different between the US and, you know, outside, it could be any country, it doesn't have to be like an African country, let me know down in the comments section. Let's have a conversation or whatever. Like my video, share my video to your friends, and yeah, thank you very much for the support once again. And maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video, talk more about the other differences perhaps that I've noticed. But yeah, we'll just keep it short and sweet. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night or morning wherever you are.